Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'll be unboxing the ZTE ZMax 1. Of course, this is on Straight Talk Wireless. Now, this phone has not been out very long, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up, see what it's all about. And let's go ahead and open the flap up here, and you will see, of course, here is the device. On the bottom here is some specs. 4G LTE, got a 5.5 inch touchscreen display, Android 7.1 Nougat, up to 18 hours of talk time, 6 days of standby time, Wi-Fi capable, up to 16 gigabytes of internal storage. It does have an SD card up to 120 gigabytes storage, 8 megapixel camera in the rear, 2 megapixel camera in the front, proximity sensor, and still running the 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor with Bluetooth 4.1 wireless technology. Let's go ahead here, open the back of it here, and we'll pull the phone out and take a look at it. So of course, got the box here. Let's go ahead and rip off the front plastic here and remove the phone from the box, and we'll put it to the side, and we'll just see what comes in the box. Now right here, of course, you do get a SIM removal tool there. You got a Straight Talk terms and conditions of service, as well as your phone and feature guide. It says imagine the possibilities. And of course, you do got your wall adapter here. Does this phone have Type-C charging? Actually, yes, it does. It's hard to see in here, but judging by the bottom of the phone, it does have Type-C charging. On the back here, of course, is all of your IMEI, your serial numbers, all that kind of stuff. We'll just leave that alone. Let's go ahead and put it all back in the box, and we'll take a quick look at the phone. Okay, everyone, so the phone feels really nice in the hand. Looking at it here, it does feel kind of premium. Got a premium feel to it. It's got a really nice heft to the device. Now, of course, is your 5.5 inch display here with your back, your home and recents button there, receiver, and front-facing camera. Well, drop the phone and everything. So let's go ahead and turn it on to the back here. We'll go ahead and peel off this sticker here as well. Kind of a fail, but oh well. The back of it there has a really nice look and feel to it. It's got a really nice grippy back to it. It kind of makes your eyes feel funny when you look at it. I mean, if you look at it here, see the design, imagine looking at it in person and how it kind of makes your eyes feel kind of like, woo, okay. So on the back here, of course, is your camera, your flash, ZTE branding, a rear firing speaker, unfortunately, instead of the bottom or the front. On the bottom, of course, is your USB Type-C. Microphone there. On the left is your SIM plus SD card tray there. On top is your headset jack, secondary microphone. On the right, you got a really nice textured power button, as well as your volume rocker right there. But I gotta say, first of all, the phone does feel really good and solid in the hand. It's got a heaviness to it. Just a premium feel, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and give this phone here its first boot up. So there's a light down there at the home button, of course, does light up like most ZTE phones do. So I'll really be kind of interested to see how this phone does perform. Now, I know it does. Sorry about that, y'all. Camera shake. Anyway, I'll get this phone here all set up, and I'll come back when it's finished.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so it took quite some time getting past the activation screen and the setup process. But anyway, let's go ahead here, power the phone on. Now, the screen looks really good for 720p. I mean, it's got a really nice look to it. I mean, it's very clear, very vibrant. And the phone overall so far, it's got a few hiccups here and there. We'll have to just try the phone out and just see how it does work overall. Let's go ahead and pull the drop down here. So you got your whole setup here as well for your Bluetooth, flashlight, pretty much everything that you see in these phones whenever you first power them on. You can edit those as well. Let's go ahead and jump into settings here. You got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile networks. You got more. So you have airplane mode, VPN, and network settings reset. You got your display down here as well for your brightness, adaptive brightness, and everything that you see there. Ambient display, font size, pulse notification, all that stuff. You get your apps, you got storage, you got 16 gigabytes of ROM, and 6.42 is already used, so you get 9.58 out of the box. And of course, you can't add an SD card for your pictures, videos, music, stuff like that. Now down here on the battery, you got power saving mode as well. This phone does have 2 gigabytes of RAM. It says 1.9, but the box does show 2 gigabytes of RAM. And, you know, the biggest thing with this phone here that I'm seeing so far is the fact that it's straight talk. And this phone, it wouldn't have been anything for them to put in like a 1.4 Snapdragon 425. You know, I mean, this phone here on other carriers, it would have had a better processor, something better than the 1.1 Snapdragon 210. You know, I'm not really sure why Straight Talk gets these kind of phones where, you know, if this phone was on Cricket or Boost or whatever, it would definitely have maybe even an octa-core processor. I have no idea, but Straight Talk, the 1.1 needs to go away from that because it's got, you know, a decent amount of storage and decent amount of RAM for the price of the phone and for what you're getting. This phone does run 7.1.1 Nougat, as you can see right there, so running on the Nougat. And it has the October 1st, 2017 security patch here. Take a quick look here into the camera. Now, an 8 megapixel camera on the rear and a 2 megapixel camera on the front. Got this whole setup thing right here that it does every single time you first start it up. So got the camera there. I will take some pictures and videos with this device to show you the quality, you know, here at a later date. So down here, got your filters. You see right here, Lomo, Sepia, Mono, Cool, Comic, Warm Mirror, and Fisheye. Now, of course, you got your flash, HDR mode, self-timer, and front-facing camera. You got video mode here as well. Let's go ahead and go into the settings here and see what you can record. Now, it's only 720p recording, as you can see right there. So no full 1080 here, and not much in the way of settings goes there. You got photo mode as well. Let's go ahead and go to the settings in there as well. Now, like I said, it does have an 8 megapixel camera. You got shutter tone, geotag, volume key. Not a whole lot going on here in the settings. And of course, you got manual mode, which also shows you how to do everything. So yeah, try to get past all of that. And of course, you got your little buttons over here that has panoramic mode, multi-exposure, and of course, time lapse. Let's go ahead and go to the front-facing camera, and 2 megapixels. Have to test it out, see how it works and everything. Got your smile gesture here, self-timer, your same effects down here. It does have just a 2 megapixel front-facing camera and not much else going on there. And in video mode, you are able to record in max 720p. So, you know, yeah, I mean, nice phone so far. The phone does feel good. I mean, it's not going to be a powerhouse by any, you know, by any means because of that low processor that it is running. Let's go into the dialer here. Why does dialer need my location? Come on now. Well, I guess it's got to have it. Anyway, your dialer here, typical standard dialer. And of course, down here in messaging, we'll go ahead and skip through all of this. Needs all of this stuff here. We'll go ahead and just accept everything and be done with it. And of course, here is your dialer. So typical, looks like a Gboard type dialer here. And of course, all of your emojis are right there. If you're, you know, you like a lot of emojis, this phone's got it. You can, of course, download third-party keyboards from the App Store and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, the phone does look good. The phone would be a whole lot better if it did run like the 1.4 425 Snapdragon processor. But, you know, for the price of this phone, I think it could have had a better processor than what it's got in it, and maybe a better front-facing camera as well than 2 megapixel. But, you know, I'm not saying, I mean, but the phone seems solid. The phone seems to be really nice. So, this is my unboxing and first look of the ZTE ZMax 1 on Straight Talk Wireless. If this was helpful and informative, hit that like button. Any questions, leave it below. And subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell for notifications of live streams, more uploads, reviews, speed tests. Hopefully, YouTube will send them out to everyone. That would be really well appreciated. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.